This is the place. And you say people come from far, far, far away to find their dreams, chasing down these meteors and comets called dreams in the sky of life.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Doesn't walk, he floats. And he really has really long flowing hair. So that's what it is.
Let me see his actual height. I don't know his actual. I know he's short though.
Yeah, he's probably 5'7", 5, yeah,
5'8".
something like that.
Midget.
Yeah.
Toby's taller. Well,
That's
no,
not a midget. What are you
Never
saying? A midget? A midget? Dot. It's not a midget. You're silly.
Ooh, I found a kid.
She opened our hearts to laughter and opened her ears
He's probably
in our
5'7".
times of need.
For sure.
She taught us the value.
Sorry if you can hear this commercial, guys.
What up, Eddie?
You used to be talking.
Hey.
Oh gosh. Let the bodies hit the floor. All right, so here we go. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to see this Dot?
I'm ready to hear him say some bullshit. This is probably
experience it all, ladies and gentlemen. Get your kicks on, at Route 66. Let's watch it.
Herzlich willkommen zurück in unserem Set. Heute haben wir keine Live-Show. Nein, heute haben wir wahrscheinlich das interessanteste Gespräch, das ich hier je führen durfte. Es ist nicht Sebastian, nein, es ist jemand, der bekannter ist als Sebastian. Es ist niemand Geringeres als Sam Raimi. So glad to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, you have been a topic on this channel for quite a while. I've immensely discussed your Spider-Man trilogy. I've talked about the Evil Dead franchise, and I can't believe that you're back directing a superhero movie. I'm hyped. I saw the first 20 minutes, loved it, and I'm ready for this.
Great. I hope it meets your expectations.
Oh, it will. I have absolutely no doubt. This is what we're going to do. I compiled a list of questions, and also our community handed in a few questions. So I'm just going to sprinkle them in through our little chat.
Great.
And I hope we'll have a great time. I hope you're as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm great.
So you are responsible for two of my all-time favorite trilogies. I mean, I already have a few Blu-rays over here. The Evil Dead trilogy, obviously, and the Spider-Man trilogy.
Should have said 3.
And which brings me to Evil Dead. I mean, take me back to that time.
He shaded him.
An odd trilogy because it continued to progress in such a
crazy
yet fun way.
And in general?
This was your first comic book character that was not based on anything. I mean, how did
you hear what I said, Ashley? And she paused it. What's up, Eddie?
Yeah. What's up?
Can you not hear me? Oh, I was saying, what did you say? Yeah, I don't know why.
I was asking, was he talking about the Spider-Man movies or just two of his movies in general?
Yes, Kate, we want to play, but nobody's joining. So if you want to play, let us know.
Okay, and if you want a link, here, I'll send you one. We looking at what Sam Raimi's the blasphemy Sam Raimi's.
Well, we're waiting on players. Are you ready? Where's Hating Nate when you hate Nate? Bless among us. I paused it because I didn't hear you because you said something and I was asking a question. I was like, what did you say? And then somehow I was on mute. So
I was wondering if he was talking about like two of his Spider-Man movies or just two of his movies in general when he said that statement.
I think that because they're talking about superheroes here, I think he's talking about Spider-Man. And I was going to say, did you see that slight shade? Because he's like, you made two of my favorite movies.
Yes. So that's why
3 in the trilogy.
Whack, because I would have said all 3.
2 of my favorite movies.
I would have been there saying you made 3 of my favorite.
But look at Sam's face though. His face.
It was like a sneak. Like he threw him some shade hardcore, didn't he?
Yes.
He was like, well, I did make 3 Spider-Man movies. You know, I don't know exactly in the video where he brings up but we'll just listen and then I might skip ahead. It's like, this is just like formality. Do you really want to hear him talk about Toby?
He's talking about Evil Dead right now. He's not talking
Evil
about
Dead.
Ash
Oh,
Williams
Evil Dead.
become Ash Williams.
Hail to the king, baby.
Well, Bruce Campbell, who plays that character, was always a great friend of mine in school growing up. We were with a group of kids and we'd make Super 8 movies together, which at the time was the home medium, the video of our day. And we scraped together money by raking leaves and
Bruce Campbell would look better with a unibrow.
Sorry, guys.
It began with the discovery of witches.
Discovery from our neighbors' lots, and we'd make a few dollars here and there and have enough money to buy a roll of film, and then we'd make little movies on the weekends. And Bruce became the go-to actor because he was a good-looking one of the bunch.
What do you say we have some champagne, baby?
Well, that's a little too far.
And he was really funny. So our movies always had a kind of a comic book sensibility. We were very much influenced by the Three Stooges comedians.
What?
And our movies, even when they turned to horror,
average at best.
I mean, back then he was the good-looking out of the Sam Raimi bunch. I mean, you had Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell,
out of their
Danny
bunch.
Elfman.
Yeah, I'll give him out of his bunch. He was the most handsome.
Out of the Sam Raimi bunch of people that he used as his film crew and stuff, Bruce Campbell was the good-looking one. Like, he's the guy that you put the face on the pitch stuff and like, look at Bruce Campbell. Like, you would want this guy on your screen, right? Not this guy right here. You want Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I agree. And like Bruce is, he was a good-looking guy.
He
had like a movie star face.
Yeah, that's the face.
Flowing, shiny hair. Personality. Yeah. So yeah, and I mean,
aggressive. No, no. We're not putting your face nowhere near any pitch meeting.
No. Maybe you can. Maybe if we were gonna like talk about floor cleaning or something, maybe. Oh wait, should I still be nice? Nah. Okay. So anyway, let's see what else.
When do you ever?
Eddie, I said such wonderful things about you earlier this evening.
You're probably crossing your fingers behind your back and shit.
No. See, you said whenever. See, you're
say it like, I'm happy for your 1,000 subscribers. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I was. Y'all.
I was always emotional and crying because Ashley was being nice to me and she was lying the whole time.
Okay, hold on. Let me tell you, I meant all the beautiful things I said about you, Eddie. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Did you believe it?
Yeah, I do.
Good. I actually do need to rewatch Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 1. I haven't seen it in a while.
Awesome. And I know that you frequently collaborate with him. He has had cameos in every single Spider-Man movie. And this brings me to a community question from BumTacker284. He wants to know, is Bruce Campbell going to be in Doctor Strange 2?
Well, Marvel doesn't allow me to reveal the cameos because they want to preserve the surprises for the audience.
All right.
The trailer's already spoke the cameos.
But Bruce certainly was on the set. I'll say that much.
Okay. That's good enough for us. And how much of your Evil Dead style, that blend between horror and comedy, will we get to see in Doctor Strange 2, that style?
Well, Doctor Strange 2 is less a full-on original work of mine than it is a continuation in the Marvel pantheon of continuing stories. So my job really was not to make something outrageous and just about my sense of humor. It was really more about adapting, as a filmmaker, a storyteller, to the Marvel sensibilities. You can't really change somebody's style. They just are who they are. So I think you'll see a lot of me in the movie, or the things that I do well, I try to do well. But primarily I try to, first put the story central, and the characters that Marvel's been so careful to craft and create and tell their continuing stories. I wanted to pitch in and carry that story forward. So that's job one, is to make sure the Marvel fans don't suddenly walk.
So question, what do we think about this? Because everybody was like, oh, he is being, stifled as a director. And when he is saying this, thoughts, opinions here? Or do you think
I think he's saying
way too much into that?
I think, people were leaning way too much in that. I think when the question was also, you have to listen to the question was, they're asking, was it more Ash versus Evil Dead, or is it more of something that you're going to create within this universe? And he's saying it's something I'm creating within this universe. If it's something that Ash versus Evil Dead, it would not be Doctor Strange 2 into the Multiverse of Madness. It would have been Doctor Strange, Sam Raimi. Like whatever.
Yeah. I agree. But like the buzzwords, people hear the buzzwords and they hear.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I think people took this out of proportion and didn't even really pay attention to what he was saying, and also didn't listen to the question that was asked.
Yeah, and
I think if you see the question that was asked, and you understand the answer better, too.
Right, and I think people anyway set them like if they expected Sam Raimi to get like I don't know some Matt Reeves or James Gunn level of control, like when they did Suicide Squad and the Batman. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't have any creative freedom, but like if they thought they was going to get full Raimi, it's kind of crazy because it's like this is still Feige's vision. It's how he wants it to go. He does. Feige don't give a damn who you are.
Right.
I
would say that.
I think he cares.
No, he cares. I think it's more of like you're not going.
Like, I'm not saying he doesn't care, but Raimi cannot get to do everything Raimi wants to do.
Right. If you're going to work on the Marvel Studios movie, you are going to have to work with a team. It's not just going to be you and the writer. It's going to be you and the writer and Kevin Feige working on it. And that's the great thing about it, is that like you have a producer that's hands-on with the project and understands where every director and every writer is going towards, so that he understands what the next 10 years would look like for his universe. Yep. And I think that's like the sensibility of what Feige does. And I think he also helps, like how Raimi will say later on, is that, he doesn't just do small little things here and there. He thinks bigger, and he upgrades every time. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, I mean, and he knows coming in here, I mean, he has to be respectful to the formula. That is what it is. I mean, he can't just come in and start doing his own shit. Zack Snyder, cough, cough.
Yeah, and also, I think Feige, since Feige has worked with Raimi before, clearly in the first 3 Spider-Man movies, he knows how Raimi works. So he's like, okay, he knows how he works. He also understands both sides of what he's working on, like what he's previously worked on with the Marvel MCU, and also what Raimi has done. So he kind of probably melded that really well together.
Sugar Feige.
Yep, Sugar Feige. Chill. How are you? So what do you think about like people making an issue about what Feige had to say? Like, do you think it's a nothing burger?
It's the first I'm hearing of it, and then when I jumped in, you guys paused the video, so I know nothing. But I do think that was being said about how Feige has this vision. We gotta respect it, and he actually tells you before you join that this is my movie, and you're a part of it, but you are not like the creative control isn't there the same way someone had a creative control for like an independent movie or like I don't know, Knives Out.
If John Krasinski was running this universe, it'd be a whole lot better.
Oh gosh.
Facts.
Really?
Yeah. Were you not on the John Krasinski bandwagon?
Oh yeah, man. He's the best filmmaker in the universe.
No, I'm not.
He created the best cinematic universe ever. A Quiet Place.
Man. Did you guys hear 2 average horror movies, and he's now on like Stephen King's level?
No, he's even beyond Stephen King. He's
true.
Like he's like the auteur of horror now.
The auteur of horror.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is he?
Man, if he was in charge of the MCU, they would make like 50 zillion by now easily.
Oh yeah, I think Kevin Feige is a hack, and John Krasinski should be the one It's the one.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I didn't say all that now.
Yeah.
Why does the title of the video say MIT? Is that a misspell, or do they mean like the University MIT? You see Spider-Man 4 MIT?
I don't know.
Is there another language or?
I mean, he was speaking in the beginning. He was speaking several different languages, but I don't think this is MIT.
But look, actually, real quick, these MCU directors can take a lesson from Sam Raimi real quick. Look at how modest he. Look at the way he sits. It is his calm.
What does that mean?
His calm voice. He's just so respectful. Unlike these Peyton Reeds, these Russo brothers, they're just so disrespectful in interviews and stuff. I know they are. You can't trust them.
How the Russo brothers are disrespectful?
Yeah, okay, I swear. I think there's an interview. I think there's an interview where they call the interviewer like, "You're trash if you don't like."
Oh yeah, but you don't have footage for that.
Did you hear the story, K-Dots? John Watts and like Tom Holland were walking down like New York City the other day, and some kid came up like, "Can I get your autograph?" And then they beat up the kid and stole his lunch money.
No, they didn't. They would never do that.
They threw him on the ground, kicked him, and like,
the kid was like, "I wish it was John Krasinski, not you guys."
Oh, then he chucked him in the river. But during that, yeah,
if that was John
working
Krasinski, he would not have done that.
The saint that he is right now. He's building orphanages. Remember, guys? I told you all about that last time. So let's keep listening to see, because I know he's going to talk about his thoughts on directing.
We all know Raimi's a Feige shield. He uplifts it. What the heck?
He's trying to set the mood while you're talking. Okay?
Oh.
You're good. It's
I mean, he's under contract. He can't speak bad about Marvel. He can't speak bad about anything.
Yeah.
So
I know, but I think that he's also like
no,
Ashley.
Ashley, he's under contract, so you can't talk bad about anything.
My husband doesn't have a knife in his bag. He was very excited once he realized he had all of these tools and these toys at his disposal, right? When he got to do this film, he's going to talk about some of those things. We might get to hear some of that stuff here. So he's very excited, to have
now
all
I know
this
Ashley's
stuff.
type. Old white men.
Yeah, generic ones.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Feige got a knife to Raimi's back, and Tom has a bazooka to Raimi's forehead right now, saying, "If you say anything wrong, we're gonna get you."
But I think Sean will agree that if this was John Krasinski running the Marvel Universe, he would not kick anyone to the curb. He will bring them in with a warm hug.
Oh my gosh. No, he will not.
And then everybody would want to vote for him. If John Krasinski was in charge,
you all know this is Jim, right? That you're freaking talking about.
Listen, if he was in charge, then Stanley Kubrick would come back from the dead just to work with him.
No, guys, no. Let's continue.
Well, then Scientology will be after the MCU then.
Well,
you can go ahead and play
that. Be so bad.
Into a different reality, but rather feel, this is a continuing story. It just has a little.
I like that sequence from the clip that released.
Yeah, I mean, the first 20 minutes that they showed us,
realities.
They were a little something, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed them. Can't wait to see the whole picture. Which brings me to your other trilogy, Spider-Man. Obviously, this has become a huge topic again recently with Spider-Man No Way Home, and you basically kicked off the comic book craze when it was still considered a niche genre. What attracted you so much to that niche genre back then?
Well, I'd always been in love with comic books. The great works of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko always enthralled me as a young man, and in fact, my whole generation, I think, was the same.
Right?
Just that for some reason, Hollywood was not making these comic book movies. They only knew about Superman and Batman, and sometimes they would make money and sometimes they wouldn't, but they didn't understand there was a whole universe, a whole multiverse of stories and characters interconnected, intertwined, that carried each other forward, that wove a great, fantastic web of storytelling just waiting to be cracked open in the movie theaters. And I think it's only after Blade and the X-Men movies and the Spider-Man movies that
Blade.
Hollywood started to get the idea that this was great movie material.
This is something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
what was it like for you? I mean, last year we got to witness
I give Blade and Spider-Man. The X-Men movies don't deserve no credit.
I just understanding that like 1990s, 2000 early, like that's the time period. So I don't know why the interviewer would start with, you started it with Spider-Man, because that's not true.
Yeah, and I like
what started. Like, we all know
like made them great on like the level of like the top tier films. Maybe he means.
Yeah, like the Raimi definitely had a big part in the 2000s for having people take comic book films more serious. Like I said, yes, stuff.
Blade Blade did that.
Blade. Like it was really Blade and Raimi.
I mean, it didn't reach to the same heights, and the level is.
But who
Sam
would
Raimi
take
Spider-Man.
that to good?
John Krasinski.
Bingo. John Krasinski will take comic book movies to a whole nother level.
I would only watch comic book films for the rest of my life if John Krasinski was in charge, man.
You guys can't really like John Krasinski this much. Like, there's no way. Like,
what do you mean? He's the best filmmaker in the universe and the best actor. He should play every character in the MCU. He should be the next Iron Man. He should be the next Captain America.
I mean, he should play every character.
He would be fantastic.
Animal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't understand. Like, what is so great about John Krasinski that everybody wants to be Reed Richards?
Because he made 2 average horror films, A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2.
He's got muscles now.
And now he's Jesus. From everybody told me after 2 average horror films, somebody directs they're now Jesus and next like David Lynch and everything. And I didn't believe them, but after some thought, I believe them now. I can see why. My third eye has opened.
My third eye was open the first time I saw John Krasinski on my screen. And,
oh yes. When I saw him on my screen,
I'm a true John Krasinski cultist.
Yeah, I became gay when I saw him on my screen.
Oh my gosh! Anybody have anything really to add?
I saw the
besides John
sexiest man alive.
That's Sebastian Stan.
No, that's John Krasinski. How dare you disrespect John Krasinski like that?
Let's see what else they have to say.
Which brought back some of your characters. I mean, you didn't invent Peter Parker, but that was your Pete. That was your Norman Osborn. That was your Otto Octavius. What was it like to see these guys back and see their story continue?
I feel like one of the many artists that had a chance to work on the pyramids, some great structure, which you're a tiny part of. And it was great that they brought that tiny part of it back. But really, Marvel has a history of.
Your mama's going down.
Look at that.
Nice.
That the dentist has her on speed dial.
Oh, your mama's so nice. I went over for lunch.
There's
shit. Classy, L, lovely, and
y'all want to watch the commercial?
Your mama's so cool. I got a 1-800 flowers. And they should be here right about.
Is there a Mrs. Phillips here?
1-800 flowers.
Flowers.
Oh, whoa.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah, there's John Krasinski right there in the ad.
Yep. I'm gonna skip this one.
Probably 70 years, more than one generation of storytellers, artists, inkers, story writers, dialogue writers, cover painters, that all were part of a family of telling these stories. So it's really about being an important part of a team. And the same is true in making the movies. So many people are involved in making these movies. When I would make those Evil Dead movies that you spoke of, that was more about grabbing a harmonica and playing a solo piece and doing some parts badly and some parts better, but it really was just you. Then when you get into the scope of a Spider-Man movie, it's more like you're conducting a band, and you better know your stuff. You better know how the drums work and the rhythm and the rhythm guitar and the lead and the bass to make it all come together. But By the time it gets to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, it's more about conducting an orchestra. It's a gigantic venture, and every musician is an important and key part. And the conductor has to be aware of the whole, the pace of it, and how every instrument is played and how they work in unison. So it's a constantly evolving job based on the growing scope and scale of the projects.
You recently expressed interest in returning to that particular franchise, Spider-Man 4. You said you'd be up for it.
Well,
I mean, you already brought back Evil Dead with Ash vs. Evil Dead, one of my favorite TV shows of all time, hands down.
You.
So
wow,
groovy.
Well,
restore Spider-Man.
I didn't think it was possible, but after jumping back in with the multiverse, I realized that just like Doctor Strange does, anything is possible now. So I'm completely open to it.
And we are eager to see it. We are absolutely eager to see it. I mean,
so do you all want a Spider-Man 4 film directed by Sam Raimi, starring Tobey Maguire? That's my question.
I'd rather John Krasinski get his direct first.
Agree, Caden.
Wait, everybody was talking at once. I heard no one's answer.
I knew they were going to joke about
I'll go first. I'd rather Andrew Garfield get his Spider-Man 3 first before Tom gets his 4.
But I don't think Andrew has a lot of interest.
But I am interested in a Raimi Spider-Man 4. I'd rather Tom get his 3 if he's down to do it. If he is down to do it. But I don't care if he doesn't. But if Sam Raimi's down to do it and he can do it, yeah, give me Raimi Spider-Man 4. Because technically, he was supposed to do 4 movies and be done. It's supposed to be 4. I'm fine with 3. But if he doesn't want to do 4 and Sony allows him to do it, I'm down. Let's go.
Well, Kate, I'd say he did kind of shove like the ending of what would have been 4 into 3, though. Still, didn't he?
Well, technically, in 4, him and MJ was gonna be like, you know, all like married and stuff. And
I see.
He was gonna do a weird plot where, like, I hope he scraps this if he does it, but where he's supposed to be in a relationship with Black Cat, and he's like fooling around Black Cat, and he's with MJ. It was gonna be some weird love triangle nonsense stuff. I hope he changed that. But Vulture's supposed to be in it. He revealed Kraven was supposed to be in it, so. You know, he has the right villains for it. I just hope he changes some aspects about it.
Okay.
Like that Black Cat thing. Like, put her in a movie, but she ain't gotta be like trying to have this weird love triangle after Peter marries MJ and stuff.
I mean, who would you want to see cast as Black Cat? You know, a lot of people keep bringing up Anya Taylor-Joy as a fan casting. What would you think?
I think she's too young for.
She looks too young for
Toby.
She looks like a little kid.
Yeah. Maybe not for Tom. Chillmonger, thoughts?
Well, the answer is yeah. I'd like to see a Spider-Man 4. He is with Mary Jane, isn't that like a line he alludes to in No Way Home? So that would, I don't want to see Black Cat come in here and try to interrupt the love. We kind of got 3 straight movies of lovey-dovey relationship stuff. So no, let's just show a strong couple. Let the focus of the movie be the villain, whoever that is. Let him address what happened in No Way Home. And with Spider-Man movies flopping like Venom. Sorry, I said Venom. I should have said Morbius and what Craven is eventually going to do. When we have these things flop, Sony's going to be... They're going to say, oh, what are we doing? Oh, we can't. Okay, multiverse. We're going to make a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for El Muerto to sweep the box office.
What else,
Kristen Dunst is down to return too. Why did Big Bro write that without capital letters? See, that's what throws me off. Everything else he writes is capitals. And then he goes... He makes an effort to put Kristen and Dunst with capital letters, and then he says she down to return to with lowercase. I know that has nothing to do with your question, Ashley, but I noticed these things, Big Bro. God.
I mean, he's posted other comments like that after just the first 2 words. Or
see, it must be like his phone automatically does it, but his laptop.
And it's also a name, though. Kristen
that
name.
Too.
So that one is.
Chillmonger doesn't know the grammar correctly.
But
I'm more mad at the inconsistency.
Holy fuck!
You see how quiet he is? Look, I dissed him like 30 seconds ago, and he's still not ready.
His comment takes a little while to load. I'm sure it's loading up.
Well, you know, that's what these Canadians do, man. When we was on Chillmonger stream, I think this is his revenge because he was surrounded by so many Americans on that stream, and those Americans was represented.
We make your stream better. We improve it.
I had an Alaskan, so that's basically Canadian.
That's technically still America. Wait, no. Isn't Alaska one of the 50 states now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Alaska's a part of the U.S.
It's also a province. You guys didn't know?
No, it's not.
It's a fake state. It really should be a province.
You're lucky I had you on that stream. I told you it was all new guests on Chillmonger, and you snuck in. The answer to your question actually is yes to Spider-Man 4. Tobey Maguire, yes, let's do it, and let's actually have a villain and actually like a Spider-Man story that isn't going to be mixed with other things, and there's not really like a group effort, and there's not really Kevin Feige overseeing it because he's not going to have to. It's a whole other universe. Who cares what happens? It's something I'm interested in seeing, and I can separate the universes. I think the casuals, after watching No Way Home, after watching Loki, after watching this multiverse movie, Doctor Strange, I think they understand, so that franchise is a universe, this is another universe, and they kind of get it by now.
I just hope for 4, right, if he does it. I want him to get the same level of creative control he had for 1 and 2. Not 3, because 3 he had to put in shit he didn't want to. Just let him come in there, do what he did. Let him get the same treatment he had for 1 and 2. Let him make 4, then be done. That's like, if he wants to do it, let him do it. But Sony has to allow him to do it. That's the thing is Sony. It doesn't matter what Kevin Feige can say or whatever. Maybe Kevin Feige can put in a good word and Amy Pascal like, yo, it's popping off. We can try to make it some MCU type of, like, I don't know. Maybe Feige can put in the word to help make it happen. But that's if Sony budgets. I think they'll budge because Sony they making bullshit, so they need some money. They might.
I think they don't look at money or critics. They just like if the cast had fun making this movie, we can make another one.
They just like they just go through Spider-Man comics and they're like, that character. Let's make a movie about that.
They be
like,
Spider-Man. They
Spider-Man
like 6 pages, like turn this into a movie.
They're like,
turn this into a movie.
It's just like they're like,
you know what they're gonna make? They're gonna make next the Peter science teacher from Spider-Man 1.
Oh,
probably.
They should make a film for Big Wheel.
Let's see if we can hear. I want to get to the part where he's talking about Tom Holland. And
I don't.
I had a question from another community member called 77 Lars 18 that wanted to know if you had any initial plans back then for Spider-Man 4.
Oh yeah, we had a script years ago, and we were actively working in pre-production. It just that it became a thing where there was a deadline, and I didn't want to make something that was less than great. I thought I had compromised a bit on Spider-Man 3, and I wanted to really pay the audience back on Spider-Man 4 and make the best Spider-Man of all. And I couldn't get the script together in that amount of time. So I told Sony, I think it's best if you go ahead with your planned alternate Spider-Man storyline because I don't want to let the audience down.
That's really great of you. I mean, but we're still waiting for that one movie. And now let's start. I got to see the first 20 minutes. I really liked it.
I want to pull his hair.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I want to pull his hair.
Yeah, pull his hair and cut it off.
He kind of has the same hair as me, so I want to cut it because I can only have that haircut.
Good for you, Sean.
I have no idea what you look like.
Oh yeah, well he has like the same hair as me, and that pisses me off now that he said something that stupid. That's a disgrace to people with that haircut. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah, that was such a weird comment to his answer. Honestly. That was so weird.
See, he's trying to sneak this, but not this. Like he's being so Ooh,
Yeah.
you know, I wanna jump through the screen. I wanna slap him and cut off his beard. Like stop disrespecting the homie.
Yeah, it really is disrespect. It's like he's done enough.
Yeah, he really doesn't. It's like
He's like, you made like two of the best comic book movies ever, and then did this. I'm like, dude, how many times are we gonna diss Spider-Man 3? He's like,
yeah, he is like
dissing
it, and like Sam Raimi is being so nice and
Yeah.
respectful and peaceful, and he's just like, your movie was trash, basically. And Sam Raimi has so much grace, doesn't he? And he just like, okay, I get it. And Sam Raimi might be thinking, I think it's trash too, because
he literally said it kind of
Z,
like he was like, I let down fans with 3, but I'm trying to bring them back with 4. And then he even put more salt in the wound by saying, yeah, we should have gotten the other film to make it better. Like,
yeah.
Like, okay.
He did say that. I mean, and like I like, he really appreciates the characters too. So that's really cool. And he knows, what the world that he's dealing with. I know he didn't make he made good Spider-Man films for the time. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You mean for the time?
I'm about to say same thing for Tom Holland. Homecoming was good for the time.
Homecoming is better than all 3 of Tobey's films put together.
No. Make me ban you.
Okay.
I'm gonna ban you if you say that again.
You're gonna ban me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Homecoming is not even better than like the average coming of age high school film.
Yes, it is.
What the heck, anime?
We're not debating.
So just to answer your question quickly, K-Dots, I mean, yeah, I would like, if Spider-Man 4 happens, cool. If it doesn't, though, cool, that's fine as well. But I mainly want Andrew to return. That's the main thing. But yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Bye, Anime God. So good to see you again. Appreciate you. Oh gosh.
Sam Raimi wanted to redeem himself with Spider-Man 4. I hear him.
Yeah, he did.
Saw your style in the intro. I really
loved.
There was
he's talking about the first 20 minutes he saw. You're freaking ad. Yay! I don't have ad blockers on right now, guys. I'm sorry. I had to reinstall my extension.
That dog would be a better Spider-Man than Tom Holland.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, Tom Holland is a dog.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's the Black Phone trailer.
Yeah, there's Tom Holland. And there's Kevin Feige.
Horror movie.
And isn't it bizarre? Because back in Spider-Man 2, the name Doctor Strange was dropped by J.K. Simmons' character, J. Jonah Jameson.
What are we going to call this guy? Dr. Octopus. That's crap. Science Squid? Crap. Doctor Strange. That's pretty good.
He said J. Jonah.
Now you can take credit for Benedict Cumberbatch's career as a superhero, can you?
No, I don't think so. I think that was just the screenwriter put that in the script. We thought it was really funny. We all loved Doctor Strange, and we were part of the Marvel story back then, and so it just turned out to be coincidence.
And in the past, when talking about Spider-Man, you always talked about how much Peter Parker means to you as a character. He means a lot to nerds out there, like nerds like me. What is Doctor Strange? What is that Toby?
For me, he's, as the comic book states, the master of the mystic arts. He's my guide into the world beyond. And it's really cool how much he knows about the spiritual world, other dimensions, and how much he's going to learn about the multiverse in this film. But for me, he's a very capable and mysterious figure that I love following as he works to protect our universe and our world from mysterious and dangerous magical threats from beyond.
Mm-hmm. How challenging was it to continue both Stephen Strange's journey from his very own first film and also Wanda Maximoff's story, who starred in her own TV show WandaVision? Because these two Marvel projects were so different from one another. One was this supernatural, magical superhero blockbuster, and the other one was kind of a sitcom, kind of a dramedy. How do you combine these two and make it organic?
That exactly was one of our
still
biggest challenges
exist in
to
the
work in the
same
script.
type of
I think our
world,
writer,
though.
Michael Waldron, did a great job of weaving these stories together and these tones together. I think because it's a Doctor Strange movie, it took on a more serious tone of the main character's style. But we were true to Wanda's background and where she had been as a character. And we picked up our story from that point forward. Same with the story of Stephen Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch plays. That was one of the greatest challenges of this movie, was taking all the threads of where Marvel had left the characters from Wanda after WandaVision, from Doctor Strange after not just Doctor Strange 1, but the Avengers movies, of the universe itself after Thanos had been through it, and combining all of those realities as a starting point and moving forward from there. It was a little bit of a juggling act.
Absolutely. I can imagine. I can't even picture what it must be like to pick up where other people left off, and you now basically are on the playground and you get to play with these characters and do your own thing, but still keep it in continuity. Must be a tricky thing to do.
It's kind of like that game Dodgeball, I think.
Yeah.
Where once you're out, you're hit by the ball, you're out, and suddenly you get back in and you're in the middle of the action and you just have to field those balls and play the best you can.
And now that you get to work on both Doctor Strange and Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, is there another Marvel character, an existing Marvel character in the Marvel universe at the moment that you would like to tackle yourself?
I love so many of them that I think it would come down to, they would all be great if there was a good story for that character at that time. If that character had a unique challenge, had somewhere to grow to, something to learn, something that was meaningful for their character, his or her journey as a human being, I'd be interested.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Then we got a few MCU questions. I got a question from another community member called, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Maya H04
Hopefully this
wants
is the
to know,
question.
what is it like to return to Marvel after all these years? I mean, it's been a while.
It was great because Kevin Feige, who's the president and main producer on all these films, really the main creative voice, even though there was a lot of voices there, was an assistant on the 3 Spider-Man films that I made. Thank goodness that was nice to him. But anyways, Kevin pulled me in for an interview on Doctor Strange 2. And I said to them, here's what I thought of the script. Here's what I think we need to do. Here's how I'd like to move forward if you guys will have me as the director. But just know this, and I've often run into problems with production teams on this point. I say, I need 10 storyboard artists starting tomorrow. I need 6 animators starting tomorrow. I need 2 character design people starting tomorrow. And I'm not exaggerating. And Kevin leaned, and I knew I was going to have a problem because I always do. Usually the studio says, we're not spending that kind of money. We don't hire this many storyboard artists. You can have 1 or 2. Kevin leans forward and says, Sam, you're not going to have 10 storyboard artists. You're going to have 20. And you're not going to have 3 animators, you're going to have 12. And I thought, oh my gosh, he knows how to do this, of course. He's been making these movies. It's not a new thing for him. He's taken what we did together and he.
So what do we think about that?
So, I mean, that was cool of Feige to do,
I mean, it's easy to when you have a bunch of blood money from ruining all these characters over the years.
Oh my gosh.
But I like it. I like that, he's being like, I mean, as producer, Feige is willing to give everybody their redemption and stuff. And, like I said, I think that's cool that he gave Raimi this opportunity again, because Raimi probably thought when he was coming back in, like, I might go through another Sony situation. Like, nah.
Now, Sean, enlighten us with your wonderful opinion now, please.
Well, if John Krasinski was in charge, he would have like 80 at least storyboard writers, and artists.
Wow. Chill, did you get to hear any of that? What he was talking about? What were your thoughts?
It makes me want, I guess I can't actually have, what's the X-Men writer? That guy, Brian
Singer.
I can't have him, but it makes me want the guys from prior Marvel movies to get a second go at it because they know the value of the staff that they will be given. and the resources that they didn't have at the time will make them make use, not take for granted, what we can do with a competent producer, Kevin Feige, steering the ship.
I want that guy who directed the first Blade movie to come back. He should be the one directing Blade, Stephen Norrington.
You know what? Yeah, how much better of a movie could he make?
Caden, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on.
You're fine. Dot, anything else to add?
But nah, I mess with it. And since Feige did work with them, you know, he was in there being sneaky and stuff, working behind the scenes all these years and stuff. He's like, dang, Feige's like, he's like Sidious, just sitting there behind the scenes, waiting to plot. And he's like, ooh, I'm gonna do my own cinematic universe now. I've been on X-Men, all these movies. I know what to do. Now I'm about to start my own shit. But now he's including people into his own shit that he got popping off. So I respect it.
You respect Feige?
I respect Shook Feige. I respect his pimping.
Shook Feige. Yeah. All right. Well, Caden
he does need to go to prison for his gang-related activities with Shook Knight, though.
Yes. Let's see what else he has. Let's see. I think that hopefully the Spider-Man question should come out here in a moment.
And this is now a machine, a well-oiled machine for making superhero movies. So I was incredibly elated and surprised at how ready they were in the right way to make the movie. And I don't just mean by spending money. I think my example may have been about, seems like it's about spending money, but it isn't. It's about knowing where to spend the money, knowing that you don't want to build a big set, spend the money there. You want to spend it all in the planning and design stages. And because things move in 3 dimensions with superhero movies, a storyboard often isn't good enough. You can't just show a little figure of a man leaping over a building and landing, because the camera is making a 360-degree move throughout the course of that 4-second shot. So what you might be able to imagine is the first frame in a still storyboard. The second frame may have to actually be plotted based on real geometry of the location. Mm-hmm. And the third definitely has to be. So it gets compounded, the complexity of it, as you proceed. To make it really dynamic, you have to take these factors into consideration, and you need the tools to do that nowadays. And they are so ready with the tools.
Have you ever listened to Quentin Tarantino talking about your movies? He's been on record talking about Evil Dead 2, and he calls it...
I saw something. Sorry, I don't know if it's the same thing you're talking about, though.
He was talking to Eli Roth. I was talking about how extraordinary it is and how influential it was to him. And now looking at how the comic book genre has evolved after you basically laid the groundwork, how does that feel?
I've always felt a little bit like a house painter, and it's like Picasso likes the way you painted that house.
Oh, wow.
So it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, I mean it is, but he's spot on. I'm sorry. There's another community question. It was sent in by cinelexplus.de. He wants to know if there are other Marvel projects in the work that you are attached to, sir.
No. There's no other Marvel projects I'm attached to right now.
Bullshit.
Okay. And
can you rewind that? Can you play back the last 10 seconds? Just how long
he was thinking.
No.
Okay. And Dennis Mus Bumling. That's another.
Yeah, this does really good. He's gonna be back for something else.
You have a favorite
Doctor Strange.
Oh wait, I didn't go back.
No.
The portfolio of character Marvel projects in the work.
I want to see him do a Superman movie. He did a job on that.
Yeah, he's thinking.
No.
He did take a he was thinking.
Dennis Mus Bumling. That's another community.
Here it is.
Here's the fake news.
If you do have a favorite MCU character, I know that's a tough one because the portfolio of characters is so huge.
I think that Spider-Man has always been my favorite MCU character, mostly because of the reason that everyone else loves him. He's identifiable as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
He's got problems. He's got bad skin. He's got to do his homework. He doesn't have enough money, and yet he struggles to do the right thing. He puts everything he's got he sacrifices everything to do the right thing, and it's really somebody you can identify with and look up to. And it embodies the thing I love about a great superhero movie, which is I could do that. A little part of that could be me. And if they tell the story right, you leave the theater saying, it will be me.
This just described Peter Parker to a T. This is how we see him as well. Final question, because this being Movie Pilot, that's our website, that's our channel. I have a final question from another community member called Olio Illo, who wants to know, what's your all-time favorite movie and why?
All-time favorite movie?
It changes, just like flavors change. Like, what's your favorite flavor? I would say today that my all-time favorite movie is The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Warner Brothers picture directed by John Huston and
Warner Brothers film.
Drew Bogart and
Man, it
Huston's
ain't the
father
Warner
Walter
Brothers,
Huston, and Tim Holt.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was amazing to finally get to meet you.
Great to be.
So, Dot, how does that make you feel?
What? You was talking about Spider-Man, not Tom Holland.
No, his favorite
that's right.
character in the MCU.
Yeah, but he was forced to say Spider-Man for obvious reasons.
He could have said Doctor Strange. He's literally
because he doesn't want to jerk himself
he
off
could have
since
said
he's making the
Wanda.
Doctor
He could have
Strange film.
said so many other characters. He could have said Captain America. He could have said
no, because he's worked on Spider-Man before, so he has to say Spider-Man.
Right, it makes like that. That's it. Let's say if that was freaking, that could have been freaking. It could have been Richard Donner. Could have directed a Superman movie. Let's say he came back to direct another Superman movie. You say, well, my favorite character is Superman. I mean, obviously because you directed Superman, of course.
Even with the evidence in his face from Dot's like savior, Sam Raimi, telling him these things.
He was held at gunpoint.
Believe it. My husband was not there, so there were no guns.
Yeah, there was a rocket launcher held at him behind the scenes by Tom Holland.
Tom Holland,
man, this all look, Sam Raimi, I love you, man, but this all I gotta say.
No!
Air is better than anything Tom Holland has ever done.
See, your internet didn't even want to play that because they knew you were capping. That's why there was
Played
delay.
it for me.
No.
Tom Holland did not struggle on having bad skin. Yeah, he didn't. Well, I seen a set photo where he had like some acne and stuff, which he had it in the movie and stuff. That like bad acne all over his face, so much where you can barely see his face.
What?
Yeah, I wish he had bad acne so you can barely see his face. Like,
because it's so pretty, you don't want to be distracted by his pretty face, so you would rather it be covered up.
Honestly, Ashley, this dude right here, trust me, this dude right here would be a better Spider-Man Tom Holland, his brother Harry. That's
every time, like you all understand, every time I think he's gonna show me something for real when we do these streams, and it's always a troll, and I always fall for it for like 2 seconds. Every time, it never fails.
Look, Harry would be a much better Peter Parker.
He was supposed to be in No Way Home. He was supposed to have like a cameo, like be like a street guy, like or something, like robbing somebody or pickpocketing, and he got cut. But yeah,
they should make him honestly his brother like can pull off
I'll tell you who would be a better Spider-Man. On K-Dots, play this screen share that in private chat and StreamYard. Now that would be a way better Spider-Man right there than Tom Holland if he was in the MCU.
But let me see.
You know, actually, I don't hate Sam Raimi. You know, sometimes people mess up. They say things they don't want to say. You know, and
He meant every minute of it. He meant all of it. He meant it.
He probably meant some of it. Some of it was he meant, but that right there, he was capping to the highest degree. You know, I never met a man like Sam Raimi that would cap so hard, but you know, it's all good. He's still the GOAT. Still made the best Spider-Man.
Yeah,
He has the best Spider-Man.
Yeah. We're gonna see another best Spider-Man that destroys Tom Holland. Come on, K-Dot.
No, Tom Holland is everything.
Oh gosh.
And I know lots of people that believe so. Look, I can already see this. You gotta share it, dog.
Give me a second.
Share it.
Bring it up. All right.
He's trying to cue it up for the effects. And
Yeah, this guy is hot lava. He makes Tom Holland his bitch. Play this shit, right? Let's go.
What is this? Spider-Man. No.
Oh, this fire, she getting it.
Hell yeah.
But it's not because of him. Look at that Spider-Man outfit, guys.
Yeah, it's way better than Tom Holland's.
Ashley, you're not a true Indian if you don't like this.
Oh, I love the music. I love it. I'm saying, but I don't like his Spider-Man outfit. I said she's amazing.
She killing it. I don't know about this Spider-Man, but she killing it.
Yeah, she is.
He keeps trying to get closer.
Tom Holland couldn't do this.
He couldn't dance like that?
Yeah, and then there's a Desi Superman that destroys Henry Cavill.
I like the song. They should use the song.
Masterclass here.
Hey, he struggled a bit, but he got her.
This relationship is a lot less annoying than Toby and Kristen.
Whoa! They have the best relationship.
I feel their love. No, they don't have the best relationship.
Well, this is way more convincing than fucking Tom and Zendaya's in real life.
No, they got real love.
Oh, them poses! Look at that. Better than Tom.
Yeah, do the dance. Yeah, that's the dance right there. She's doing it.
It's a deleted scene from No Way Home.
Yes, Isaac is right. Isaac is a scooper, so when he tells me something,
Spider-Man. Isaac, check your DM.
I like it. Yeah, show me. Yeah, word.
Oh, Tom could never do that.
He looks like Sting, Scorpion, Deathdrap.
Spider-Man on a bike. Let's go.
Yeah, we never saw that in the film.
Okay, Spider-Man.
Is he doing the fingers?
Yeah, he is. He was. He's not now. He's like doing like jazz hand type stuff. Now he's waxing on and waxing.
The gritty.
Look at that.
Yeah. How long is this?
Hello, Rashad. Welcome to the stream.
What's up, Rashad? You know him, Showmonger?
No.
Oh. I didn't recognize the account.
I know. So the first time this guy logs in and he sees this, he probably just typed in Among Us on his YouTube and gets this.
Yeah. Yes. We have shifted into the land of Spider-Man. I mean, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
That Spider-Man was good. In the second half, when he started, grooving and stuff, getting right behind her.
Yeah, Tom would
He
never
doesn't-
do that.
Have you not seen Tom dance before? Excuse me, he was a dancer.
We
Like,
seen him
he was-
dance. It was
he
kind
was
of
terrible.
We saw us. He was like, he you know, he was like pop locking it, and he wasn't really like,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't really popping.
No, it doesn't matter what he does. You're not going to give him any
When
credit.
Tom do
Like,
the
he's a
wave,
great
he'd be like
dancer.
this. Tom do the wave like this.
You know, you don't even give him credit for his pretty
That's how
girlfriend.
you do the
That's
wave.
mean.
He don't know how to do the wave.
Damn.
You know, goodness.
He dances better when it's raining.
Yeah. Oh, Tom. I was gonna call you Tom Holland. Don't do that. Chill. You're like, don't do that. We can't talk
When
about
Tom,
him.
when Tom do that dab, he be dabbing like this.
He's talking about him dressed as Rihanna.
Yeah, Umbrella.
Hey, that was fire.
Which was really good.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
good.
did you hear that?
It was. I always give. That's his best dancing he ever done. That's Rihanna.
Yeah.
Rihanna
recorded.
did it better, but you know he was a good
And if I
imitation.
can clip that together, because I don't have the I Love Tom Holland video anymore, unfortunately. I should have it soon. But
Marco, Tom couldn't make it in Magic Mike one bit. I wouldn't even cast him in Magic Mike. He would have. He too small for Magic Mike. The girls ain't gonna be running up to him and stuff like. Come
I
here,
mean,
Tom. They don't
Magic
want that.
Mike. I mean, they might. Those movies are horrible. I'll never forget when I tried to watch the first one.
The second one trash.
Like, I'll never forget that watch party when Maddie and I were like, "Oh, we're gonna watch it." We like after 15 minutes in, it was like so uncomfortable. I couldn't even watch it. It's so bad. It's not good. I don't,
Oh, let me show y'all who
men
that
with clothes
Spider-Man
off dancing. Not
look
fun.
like that we just saw.
What?
I'll show you who that Spider-Man looked like that we just saw.
He says, if Bully Maguire has the best dance moves. No, the little kid that went, a while back, went viral, and that was doing the dances at his like little school function.
Oh, that little boy copying them nasty poses.
That
from
was
Holland.
the best. Like, he was doing the dance.
He did the finger points, all of it.
I know, it was that was amazing, especially to see a kid that age, doing that dance.
His dad trained him well.
Yes, he did.
Here.
That's definitely a dad thing. A mom wouldn't teach their kid that.
I would.
The mom probably did.
You get a boy, you teach him how to do that, the pelvic thrusts.
Maybe not that part. I probably wouldn't teach him that part.
He was hitting them. I was like, who is this boy? He doing them thrusts like he's some adult grown man. I'm like,
thrusting is a little. Yeah, I wouldn't teach him that. But like the finger guns, everything else. Yeah, it would be.
Is it possible that video was from 2008, 2009? And
it might have been older. It could have been an older video. But
I'm gonna look
thought
for the quality next time.
Yeah, I need to find it again to check. But
Milo and Morbius.
was
Was Milo dancing in Morbius?
Yes, he was.
What dance was he doing?
He was like, wasn't it like right after?
Was it like some
after
dance
he
montage, or like
killed
he was just like
his,
a little dance?
Surrogate father.
All I'm asking Isaac is, what's Morbius? Never heard of it.
You didn't even see it, did you?
Not gonna.
Hey,
Rhea asked me to see it because she's like, if I do a review, you have to see it. And I'm like, happy she hasn't done a review for it. So I don't think it's happening.
yeah. I think that, there's not much you can say. I think, really. Morbius is love. Morbius is life. You all are not missing anything. Unless you're like bored and you have nothing else to do and you can't leave your home and there's nothing else to watch and you got 90 minutes to burn, or you're really excited for something that's happened in 90 minutes and you're like, what can like calm me down a bit, Morbius.
The calm down movie.
Yeah, the movie that'll bring you back to life a little bit, That's what it is. It's not very good. I wish I didn't see it. And why am I talking about Morbius? See? You see what you did, Isaac?
Ashley loves Morbius.
He does this, so I will talk about it. So it's like it won't go away. But Morbius is gone, guys. It's never coming back.
God.
Did Isaac like Morbius, though?
Yes, Isaac did like Morbius.
Even the ending and how it didn't connect? Like what happened with Vulture and how he's all of a sudden on the Morbius universe.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, over here, guys.
Yeah, he did a review for it, put it up. He liked it though. At first I thought he was joking because you know, it came out like the day before April Fool's and like it was like midnight. And he was like, guys.
No, he is joking. The greatest thing ever. I would miss my own wedding just to get
he's exaggerating, but he actually did enjoy it. He's like, now see the thing is he likes it, but now he oversells it. Just like some people oversell it being like the worst thing ever, but it's bad.
Yeah, when everyone hates something like Captain Marvel, it makes me look like the good guy who just wants it to be the best movie ever just because I counter every negative thing with like a positive thing.
No.
But I don't actually love Captain Marvel that much.
No. Isaac will like be like hashtag Morbius sweet. He does all the jokes. But no, but like Morbius is bad.
Well, Ashley, did you
Captain Marvel is still a better film.
Ashley, did you know that in Morbius, Tom Holland was actually slated to show up as a sexy vampire? He was supposed to be in it, like as a vampire. His name was supposed to be Willis.
No, guys, this is what I'm about to do.
He was gonna look like this. Look, gonna look just like that.
And then Tom looked at the script.
Well, I guess he's trying to be like your daddy and wear a leather jacket and lean up against.
I mean, Nerdman does it better though. Nerdman does it better.
Well, he's trying to be like that.
Yeah,
you know, he's
that's
trying to be
what
like
British. The British copy Nerdman and stuff. Nerdman was the first British to set trends. He was the first British to wear the red coat. He was the first British to do what the British do. He was the first to do it all.
He was the first to be British, ladies and gentlemen.
Nerdman set the trends. Everybody else just copy what Nerdman does.
So since we didn't play Among Us, evidently, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right? That's the facts of life. Isn't that how it goes? Okay. I didn't know if that was right. Anyway, you all want to say anything before we wrap up? Because I don't think that's going to happen. And came up with a quick topic unless anybody's got something to say.
Yeah, next time we do it, might do it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, like yeah. And maybe, we'll do it a little bit earlier next time.
I'm going to change topics. Sam Raimi gets poisoned by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, that's a good title.
Like it. Sam Raimi founds, his redemption, his love for superheroes again after the way Sony treated him after Spider-Man 3. That's the title of the video.
That's a long title, but okay.
Yeah,
really needs that Ashley, the new Superman movie coming that's tied to Todd Nisi Coates dude is writing. He should direct that. I think that what the style it is and how they're writing it, that's perfect for Sam Raimi. Because it's kind of classical and stuff, kind of,
Isn't it Black Superman?
Nah, it's they changed that. So it's gonna be a colorblind casting movie. So, like Superman, like it's to where Henry Cavill could step into the role if they didn't want to do it with him. But I think he should direct it. Yeah, I feel like Sam Raimi'd like to do those a little bit more, classical type of takes on these heroes and stuff, like, the OG Ditko eras of these heroes. Not that new poison like the Ultimates and all that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? All that poison.
I'm gonna read this comment.
You don't have to
be the last comment, and I'm just because I got a response though. He says Kevin Feige is jealous of how revolutionary Morbius was. Let me tell you something, Isaac.
I'm not shocked.
My love, my husband, aka Suge Feige, and Feige we trust, is not scared of anything. No man, no animal, no creature scared as this man, right? He's a G. He's out here in these nerd streets for y'all.
Man, Kevin Feige be walking around like no weapon formed against me shall prosper and all that. Like, man, get up out of here, Feige, you and your script.
He's right.
I know Feige be walking around like that with his little Bible and
that,
stuff.
That scripture is based off of him, his real life. I'm gonna offend some people now. Joke, guys. I love all religions and all people. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and New Year. Happy Halloween. Outro, please.
33 burning Black Panther questions was what we did this Saturday. It was very fun. It was Chillmonger.
For sure. Check him out.
Check that out. It was fire. We had a deep discussion. That's what happens when you put 5 black men on
5 militant black men together. What do you get?
Whoa, militant. What you talking about? Militant.
I'm making a joke, obviously.
And you know what? Oh, let me ask you guys a question. Hold on. Yes. Recast T'Challa is like popular in my circles. Everyone I follow seems to agree. Yeah, we should recast. Is there anyone like strong who is against recasting T'Challa that we know? The only guy I've only seen do a video about it was LB, and we already talked about it.
I used to be.
Okay.
But that was like right after he died. You know, I feel much differently now. There's Isaac. Yeah, cancel me again, Isaac. It's okay. You did like a few weeks ago.
Hey, see what happened to Anime God.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Snipe out of here. He's out of here.
If the Black Panther 3 trailer drops on a certain day, me and Chillmonger, you and I should do like a dual reaction to it together.
You all should do that.
We do like a dual reaction. Recast T'Challa.
And you all can wear your white shirts with your black fists.
Say recast T'Challa on it. Black, we go like Wakanda forever. We're ready to go.
Hey, wear that T-shirt you have that looks like a daishiki thing that you have. I'll get one.
Do it. You need to get the hat so you go with the meme.
Hotel. I need to order one of those.
Yeah, y'all
order one.
You got the hair too, and if you put them glasses on,
Hotep dot.
They're gonna think that you really on some philosophical black consciousness type shit. But
yeah, we do got to head up out here. You guys
check out Chillmonger. Subscribe to Chillmonger if you haven't already.
Subscribe to Chillmonger. Check out Sean. He blew up for that comment of what's that video where
are you making videos?
Nah, he be dropping short clips and stuff. He dropped that clip with
Oh yeah, well, I used to make shit posts, and I uploaded one recently after like a year of not doing so, just about John Campea saying, "Look closely at Tobey Maguire's dick," and it got like 50,000 views.
Wow! So you make shorts? Was it a short?
Yeah, well, I did. I just used to make shit posts on my channel, but yeah, I mean, I rebranded my channel, and I might just to my real name. And I might do stuff on it, but haven't yet. But yeah.
Tight. And my review will be back up on the channel in a little while. I'm gonna change something about the video and then put it back up. And then maybe I'll record a Better Call Saul review tomorrow. Or maybe I'll do 3 and 4 together next week. We'll see. You never know with me. But anyway, he died. It's time to go.
You guys, thank y'all for watching. We'll catch y'all later.
See you real soon.
Deuces. And remember one more thing, guys.
Tom Holland is the greatest Spider-Man of all time. He loves Peter Parker. He loves Tom Holland. He loves the MCU. It's his favorite thing in the world. I'm going to keep on talking, so you better just talk over me.
I was really about to say the MCU.
Kevin Feige.
I was about to give a compliment. I was about to say Sam Raimi
Sam Raimi is the GOAT. Kevin Feige is a G. And the MCU is life. Don't forget. Tom Holland is...
Tom Holland is #1. Yeah, I can understand. Love him. Tobey Maguire is decent, but he's not Tom.
Facts.